Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings is one of the most important animated films of all time, for several different reasons. J.R.R. Tolkien's story was considered by critics to be impossible to put to film. I'm assuming these critics have never seen an epic film before. Ben-Hur, Lawrence of Arabia, Cleopatra, Caligula. Truth be told, I never really understood that critique. I mean, epic films have been done since the silent movie era, some of them surpassing 9 hours. But to their credit, J.R.R. Tolkien is not just an epic, it's an epic of epics. And it should be treated with extreme care and detail. And the fact that this masterpiece of literature was being handed to an animator typically known for X-rated smut was insane. And don't get me wrong, as an animator and a cartoonist myself, I know the films of Bakshi are way deeper and more meaningful than the ratings board ever gave them credit for. Despite that, there's no denying his films really love their dirty humor, dark satire, and extremely inappropriate drawings. And so do I, but this was not an underground comic, this was Lord of the Rings. However, if you've ever seen his movie Wizards, you know how intricate and epic he can be. It should be no surprise that he is a fan of Tolkien's work, and J.R.R. Tolkien's daughter, after seeing Wizards, trusted him with this project. Also, Bakshi's daring, experimental ways of animating films in anything but orthodox really helped this film stand out, especially considering the scale and the amount of worlds Tolkien created. This was truly a match made in Middle-earth. So not only did Bakshi film a ton of different animation styles for this, traditional, rotoscoped, painted cells, but there's also tons of different backgrounds, bright and colorful, dark and scary, and each one of them represents the scene of the story beautifully. I especially love the scene where Frodo puts the ring on and you see that dark, disturbing animated world. Beautiful. I also love how this film covers all the many characters of these worlds. The traditional style for the hobbits, the rotoscope for the humans, and I especially love how disturbing the orcs are. Plus he's even gotten like these cartoony characters in there like Treebeard. It's all great. His animating of huge battle sequences by actually filming huge battle sequences and then rotoscoping over them, it looks amazing. The movie also sounds fantastic, with a great score by Leonard Rosenman. Speaking of music, cartoon fun fact here, Bakshi was originally going to have Led Zeppelin do some songs for this movie. Okay, I know I just praised Bakshi's respect for the source material, but that would have been pretty awesome. Only issue is, if you played the score backwards, you probably would have heard a secret message asking you to worship Sauron. All seriousness, this voice is perfect in every way. The style, the music, the animation, the design, the voice work, everything. So with all this praise, do I have any complaint about it? Well, yeah, just one major complaint, which is the exact same complaint every critic and fan of this movie has. It was never finished. Yeah, it's common knowledge now, but when I rented this for the first time, I had no idea it was going to abruptly stop after the battle at Helm's Deep and then just not conclude. And apparently neither did anyone else when it was released in '78. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's truly a tragedy that we never actually got a conclusion to this until Peter Jackson came along. Yeah, that doesn't count. Speaking of Peter Jackson, he was a huge fan of this movie as well, and actually took several scenes of this movie as inspiration for his film. No surprise, because I think anybody, animator or otherwise, can take inspiration from this movie, because it truly is a masterpiece. Watch this film, be inspired, and have yourself a great journey. Just don't expect to reach Mordor. It gets the full 5 ducks. This is truly Bakshi's masterpiece.